Good morning, everybody. It's Christina Foxwell from Sydney, Australia, and welcome to Ignite Television. It's so wonderful to have you here. If any of you know me, I'm a coach. I'm passionate about performance. I love people. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a granny. And maybe I'm just human, which is exactly what the topic is today. I wanted to talk to you about negative emotions and how to actually work with them in the work we've been doing, and I've often been talking about this, and I've really been reflecting on it this morning. How, when I'm so overwhelmed by negative emotions, I can really get stuck. And when I'm stuck, I go on repeat because I don't know how to get out of the negative emotion. And I will share this with you. When I'm in a negative space, if I don't address it, I can kind of just get really deep into it. And here's the problem: when you're really deep in a dark space, it's not easy to see or find the light. So, the first thought I want to share with you today is, of course, emotions are healthy and we have to have them. That's what makes us human. Negative emotions are there to tell us something needs to change. So, it's part of our protection mechanism to keep us alive as a human. There's two challenges. Some of us think we've got to be super positive all the time. And so a negative emotion means I am bad. That is ridiculous. Negative emotions are there as lighthouse moments for us to go, wow, what do I need to get curious about in my life? What should change? Where am I at? What's happening? What do I need to be more conscious of? See, if I look at that from that lens, my negative emotions, I can embrace them. I can recognize the emotion and I can get incredibly curious about what I'm feeling. And that helps me actually navigate my way toward creativity, curiosity, solutions. Okay, so now I'm going to take you into the negative space. And by the way, this is often where I work with teams and organizations, and we've got to rewire how we're working because negative emotions, they're catchy. That's the first thing. So if I'm always looking in my world for what isn't, because everything in my world has got that negative lens on it, I am continually stuck in fight, flight, freeze, protect, fight, flight, freeze, protect. And so what that does is my brain is constantly wired for negative. I struggle to see that the sun is shining today. I struggle to see that I'm healthy. I struggle to see that the colleague who's sitting next to me is doing the best they can. I struggle to connect. And see, this is where we've got to start reflecting on our negative mindset and how that could be impacting our ability to love, to lead, to parent, and to just be the best we want to be. So I'd like you to just reflect on this. If you're stuck in negative emotions, it is not bad. If you stay there too long, it's going to become a really dark place that you're going to struggle to navigate your way out of. What'll happen in there is you'll be overwhelmed by judgment for others, for yourself, and in actual fact, you'll hurt yourself more. So I want to give you a few tips and I'm going to run through them. The first one is, if I have a negative emotion, why don't I get curious about that emotion and reflect on why I'm feeling that way? Not what you have done to me, but why I'm feeling that way. The second one I think is critical and now needed more than ever is to start working on your psychological flexibility. And the only way to do that is by practicing mindfulness and being present. Okay, when you do that, you can actually look at where you're at. I always say, understand the source that's feeding you. If it's fear, how do you work through fear and step into wisdom and love? The third one, what is the situation teaching you? What's the gift? What are you learning? What's actually happening? And then the fourth one, what will courage look like? I think this is important because courage or bravery is the only way through. If I'm trying to strengthen, to work through this, I'm actually still in fear. But if I'm accepting of and curious of, I can navigate the courage and the empathy and the grace needed to work through the situation. If I'm navigating, I've got to start by loving me first. And maybe that negative emotion is coming from a place of fear and pain, where a little bit of nurturing is actually what's needed. And then finally, if I linger in that fear, um, and I don't actually get curious about it, I can never find the shame root that's possibly feeding this and where it will keep coming up for me. So, those are a few things. I've put it in the script. I want to just give you a reflection today that if you get a negative emotion, which you should, by the way, today, because that's what makes you human, can you stop and breathe and just get curious and see what you can own? It's the only way through. This is Christina Foxwell. Been so nice to spend time with you, and I'll be sharing a few messages soon. So have a wonderful day. Bye bye.